I'd like to apologize for how badly I'm going to pronounce some of the names in advance. Ape Escape, the grand game about apes escaping. Everyone knows it and what it's about, so I decided I'm going to do Ape Escape 2 instead. Ape Escape 2 was the sequel that came out mid-2002, or if you're not from Japan, mid-2003 for the PlayStation 2, and recently released for the PlayStation 4. The game, much like the first, was a platformer game where you controlled not the apes, but a boy. In Ape Escape, you controlled Kakaru, or Spike in the American version, but in Ape Escape 2, you can control a boy named Hikaru, or Jimmy in the US version, but still Hikaru in the European version for some reason. So Jimmy, for pronunciation's sake, is Spike's cousin. Your task is to run around and catch the escaped apes, surprisingly enough. Who would have guessed? The music in Ape Escape 2 is surprisingly catchy and fairly good. It fits quite well to the cartoony style, and the apes and all that. And it's got to be one of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time. The graphics are also pretty top-notch for 2002, and the style fits the game really well. Everything is all cartoony, and it just goes really well, and the controls work really well with the sort of style and layout that the levels have. Through the whole game, you will come across special coins that you can use to unlock minigames. You probably won't have gotten them all the first time you play, so you'll want to go back and collect them all. If you're looking to 100% this game, you'll need to put some hours into it, as it can be quite tricky to get some bits and pieces the first time you play through, and you might miss a few. This will lead to you playing the game maybe 2 or 3 times even. This game is considered incredibly fun and easy by a majority of people who played it. Some, however, will disagree because it's too hard. Ape Escape 2, at the time, was called the Dark Souls of Ape games, so you can understand why. The mechanics of Ape Escape 2, surprisingly enough, are more or less the same to Ape Escape 1. This time around, however, you have several new gadgets to help you along the way, my favorite being the banana ring that attracts monkeys with its scent. Banana ring? Really? You don't even throw it. The story, however, is also simple enough. You catch monkeys. But there's more. One day Jimmy was meant to send monkey pants to the monkeys in Monkey Park, but accidentally sends a bunch of monkey helmets also. So the monkeys break into the laboratory. They absolutely destroy the place, and Spectre, who is the bad guy from the first game, gets his hand on one of these special helmets that lets him control the apes for some reason. Why did they make that? And why did they let Jimmy be able to send that? Anyway, so he gets his hand on the helmets and starts controlling the monkeys and wants to take over the world. It's weird, I know. I'm imagining some giant ape, but he's actually like this guy with some stupid hair, but he's actually an ape also at the same time. It's weird. Anyway, Jimmy ends up hunting him down and going to fight him when some other giant ape jumps in and Spectre runs away to hide. You eventually beat the other giant ape, and the professor finds out that Spectre's hiding on a moon base, and so Jimmy goes off to fight him alone, while everyone else cleans up the lab and fixes everything up since Jimmy ruined it all. So once Jimmy beats Spectre and captures him, he takes a spaceship back to Earth, only to crash it into the lab and destroy the place all over again. Good on you, Jimmy. You're doing a good job. I never actually played Ape Escape 2 though. The apes scared me too much. 7 out of 10.